Hey guys, starting off the new year in the airport. We're headed on a cruise with Ty's family. Just Ty for now though. His family will be meeting up in Florida. I'm just chilling in the airport lounge right now. Gonna get some food. I got a drink. Gotta eat a bit. I made it through security without having a panic attack, which is good. First we're flying to Fort Lauderdale, which is where we'll catch our cruise boat. It's the Royal Caribbean Cruise, Allure of the Seas. I've never been on a Royal Caribbean cruise before, so excited for that, even though I always get seasick on boats. But my family, we used to cruise a lot, and we'd always cruise Carnival or Norwegian. The Royal Caribbean has one of the bigger boats, so I'm excited to try those out. Hopefully I don't get seasick, but I brought a lot of meds just in case. We just arrived at the Fort Lauderdale airport. I'm blessed there is a Shake Shack in this terminal that I landed in. You know we did it. You know we straight up did it. They came to get Popeyes for the hype.
You have to take the proper bite.
Is it good? Luke, what's your review?
Is there a bagel? Nothing like.
Yo, B. Let's see that bite, bro. How is it?
Yo, give me a review, VT.
Yo, where's the best chicken sandwich?
Yo, don't hype it up, man.
No, it's like.
Yo, one of you guys took our chicken sandwich.
I have one. Who's one?
Oh, who stole Tin's chicken sandwich? Alright, we're on the boat now. It looks like we're in a mall. We're on the boat! Okay, room tour time. You walk into our cabin. We have a balcony ocean view cabin. This is my, what is it called? Servant, Ty.
How's your servant?
Some, what is it called? Closets here. Here you have a mirror with our desk. I'll do my makeup here. TV. Here is our bed. It's hot in here, right? Right now our view isn't nice because it's just the view of the Florida terminals. I'll show you guys the view a little bit later on. But cute balcony as well. We're slowly leaving the port now. Hey guys, so I just finished my workout and we're on our balcony right now. Ty just got some coffee. I didn't vlog a lot yesterday because by the evening time when we left, this boat was really starting to rock a lot. A lot of people were getting seasick. Even people were like puking and stuff. Thankfully, I took my medication beforehand, so it was bearable. I wasn't comfortable, but it was like bearable to the point where I wasn't gonna like die. And then went to bed. So yeah, hopefully today is not as rocky and we can like go out and do stuff. And I'm probably gonna get lunch soon and see what else there is to do on the boat. The guys are playing dodgeball, Ty's in the orange. Luke and BT are out.
Anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you.
Finally, we got a nice hot day. We had 2 really windy cold days and finally got a hot day. So we're all just watching some basketball right now. Ty and some of his brothers are playing basketball right in front of us. There's Ty, the Asian boy, amongst the taller white men. His brothers over there. We've arrived in Charlotte, MLA, in St. Thomas, I think. We're just exploring the marketplace right outside the boat and see what's around here. Look at the wild rooster. I hope it comes a taxi.
Chicken, it's not good.
It's a rooster, I said. It's also not a chicken. We're at the top of this little mountain here. I've eaten apple pie for dessert 3 days in a row. It's good. I love apple pie. See if I can make it for the rest of the week.
Look at this noob. She doesn't look like she got enough balance there. Are you good, bro? I thought you were a professional. Are you a professional? Why are you leaning forward? Island.
Yo, bro. Banger.
Ooh. Skills. Okay, one-legged. Hey. Hey.
So we've arrived in San Juan. I'm exploring by myself today because I wasn't feeling well earlier, so I let them go ahead.
To the left.
But I'm gonna follow the crowd. From where we are, it's completely an uphill friggin' walk. Oh my goodness. So I met up with Ty, he found me, and we hiked up to this castle up here. He made me do it because I didn't want to, but it's worth it. The view is great.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt, baby. You don't need to swim. Natural. Look at her. Thank you. Can you put that in her little jar?
We are nearing Haiti this morning. We're going to Labadee, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. We were supposed to go to Coco Cay, which is their other new private island, but because of the weather, they made a detour. We're going to Labadee instead. Very, very nice out there. So we've just arrived at Labadee in Haiti, which is a island that Royal Caribbean, or part of the island that Royal Caribbean is, I guess, leasing or owning. So, you know, it's pretty touristy, obviously, not very authentic, but still very beautiful. This island is so beautiful. The water is like this turquoise blue. We're walking towards finding Ty's family, which is this way. Excited for a beach day?
Yes.
We get a nice view of the boat from here. There's a lunch buffet, there's hot dogs, hamburgers, barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, fruits, cake, desserts. I'm full now. I ate way too much meat, way more meat than I should have. Tim thinks he's a tree monkey over there. He's gonna fall. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He died. He died.
He is also with the Bacardi Food Festival competition. And also, he is Chef of the Year 2019. But it's Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hudson. Happy birthday to you.
I'm here catching having the last breakfast of our cruise because I'm not gonna wake up early. Well, breakfast it's like what, 11:30 now? That's when I eat breakfast, and that's already really early in comparison to when I eat breakfast when I'm in Toronto. I usually don't eat till like 12:30. But yeah, we're just finishing up. For the leftovers of my food, I had eggs and salmon on a like a little salmon eggs Benedict kind of thing. Had some mushrooms, some watermelon. The hash brown was really good. Yeah. Serve you. There was another cruise boat just over there, but they just went past us. Steven's trying to. Come on, Steven. You can do with it. Go get socks. We're on the floor anyways. No, it's fast. Halfway there, fun. More than halfway. You can ring the bell. Woo! Alright guys, we finally got off the cruise really early this morning at 7 o'clock. Went to go grab a rental car, and then we drove to Fort Lauderdale Beach, parked in the parking lot, and took a nap until now, 11 o'clock, 11:20. We're grabbing lunch by the ocean. Is this an ocean? Yeah, it's the ocean. Grabbing lunch by the ocean. This is our view right now. The weather isn't that great. It's really cloudy and like sprinkling rain on and off.
And what brand did you guys use? Thank you.
I got a breakfast sandwich. We got pancakes. We're home! Home sweet meow! Meow kisses! Kisses! Meow kisses! Guys, I've never been more happy to be home. I am so happy to be, first of all, on land and stable, even though I still feel like the room is spinning. I still have residual motion sickness. And secondly, really happy to be at home, back in my routine, doing my own thing. So during the ride, crazy thing happened. We went through unexpected, sudden, crazy freaking turbulence. Like no one saw it coming, because all of a sudden the plane just started shaking violently, and then it was going up and down, up and down, up and down, just making your stomach like go up and down, and people were freaking screaming, freaking out. A person fainted. I think there were some people in the aisles who fell. Even the what is it, the stewardess, the flight attendants, they like had to like just drop to the ground, and it was freaking crazy. The girl beside me, so Ty was beside me across the aisle, and there's a girl beside me. She was gripping my leg. I don't even know this girl. She's like gripping my leg, and that actually kind of made me feel calm, because I was like, hey, you know what? She's really freaked out right now. I can't add to her anxiety, so I'm going to pretend that all is good, all is calm, just so that she can calm down and stop gripping my leg. But for me, I don't know, it's funny because like through turbulence, I'm surprisingly actually quite calm whenever I go through turbulence. It's just like, it does startle me, but I'm very calm. I'm just like, I stay still, I just breathe and I wait it out. Whereas something like seasickness, I don't do very well, and I get a lot of anxiety attacks from seasickness. Weirdly enough, turbulence doesn't give me that feeling. But yeah, I'm just happy. Camera ran out of batteries, but I'm back. Just quickly want to say that we basically spent the day parked by the beach napping. Me and Ty were just both really tired. He went to bed late last night, and I didn't really get a good night's sleep, so we just spent most of our day napping by the beach, which is actually really nice. You know, we walked around the beach a little bit as well, but we didn't do anything too exciting because we were just so tired. We got to the airport early. We ate dinner there. I had my first legit salad in a long time, and I felt so much better. My stomach actually was hurting the past few days because I think I was just eating like excessively and also eating like not very healthy. So my stomach was hating me for it, but I finally got to eat my salad. I felt alive again. I forget what it makes your body feel like when you actually put good healthy stuff in your body. You feel so much more like not groggy and tired and gross all the time. So yeah, I'll be eating salads for the rest of this week. Anyways, we're gonna go to sleep now. It's pretty late. Our flight got in around like 12-ish. We got through customs and immigration pretty quickly, but by the time we got back, just was talking to Rosa because she was dog sitting for us, and then we just kind of got ourselves together. I think it's almost 2 o'clock now, 2 a.m. So we're gonna go to sleep now and talk to you guys next time. Guys, I've had a terrible day. I've been suffering from what they call land sickness or mild disembarkment, where you're like, basically you still feel like you're on a boat and your body's moving. Everything is spinning to me right now. And I haven't been able to do any work. I tried to get some emails done today, but as soon as I started looking at the computer, everything just started spinning. It really is pounding on my head. I can feel like my veins right now pounding. But happy to report, got bubble tea. I really needed this. I felt very deprived of bubble tea and all Asian food while on the cruise, and I was craving this so bad, and I just drank it. I'm like, oh, I'm alive again. Too bad it's not helping my head. But yeah, if you guys have any, well, I mean, I'm not gonna be posting this video till later, so I guess any tips you guys have for this raging vertigo isn't gonna get to me soon enough. But yeah, ugh, still really dizzy, but mainly when I'm like focused in on something, or definitely when I'm on the computer screen, it's really bad. So I'm just not going on the computer, which sucks because I have videos to edit and I can't finish them right now. But I'm gonna try to go to just some events and stuff so that I'm walking around, getting re-assimilated, not staying in the house the whole time. But yeah, whenever I try to concentrate on something, I feel like throwing up. So, oh, like even right now, it's like sending me around. Whew. So I'm headed to a Garnier event, first event of the year. Let's see what's in store. They're introducing a new line and their very first facial oil. I love facial oils, so I'm really excited for this. And it has my name engraved on the side. Right. So I got back out of the house and Victoria is here again. It's always funny when I see them in the morning and then see you later in the day too. But I brought Jen with me to this new what's it called? Lobster burger bar. They've only been open for 3 weeks and it is really big inside. I walked inside and didn't expect the restaurant to be so big, so I definitely will be coming back and trying the full menu, but we get to try a couple of things today. So yeah. Okay, so far we've tried the spicy shrimp, which was good but spicy. Edamame, this is really well seasoned, I like it. And then the wonton nachos, which are really good. I'm excited to try some lobster.
So sad.
Oh, this
Yeah, no, you're like freaking me out. I'm like, yo, I'm going like next month. I'm like,
what is this? What is this thing? Ty and I are watching the finale of You. And I've gone through so many. First it was screaming, and then I was just like, what the fuck? And now I'm like,
you don't trust me.
I can't. Oh fuck.
Even
Oh.
if I don't know how I feel, how can I judge anything?
I'm on my period, so I've been craving a lot of intense cravings. One of them being this mushroom pasta that I usually get when I go to Gusto or some of their sister restaurants. So splurged today, ordered it in. Jen's here eating the same thing. Ty's eating some pasta, and then we also got McFlurries. So there's dairy on dairy. It's a good thing I'm gonna be home and for the next 24 hours because I'm gonna shit my brains out.
Tell them how cold it is outside.
It's so cold, and we're going to get ice cream, and like no one else is getting ice cream. It's like -20 outside. My period calls for me, so. Okay, excuse my messy room right now. I have to clean. A lot of you guys have asked me to talk a little bit more about the cruise, kind of like a review or my experience, because many of you guys are considering going to cruise and just want to know like what my experience is like. So this is like my 4th or 5th cruise I've been on, and I think it's gonna be my last. I don't think I can do this anymore. I always went because my family, Jen's family, and Lily's family really enjoyed cruising, and obviously like I'm not gonna not try to go on my family vacations. Because I got so sick the last time I went on a cruise, we decided to stop cruising for a little while, but then Ty's family had asked me to go on a cruise shortly there afterwards, and I said no because I had just gotten off a cruise where I was literally seasick for 7 days. It was very terrible. But now 2 years later they asked me again, and I wanted to obviously go and spend time with Ty's family, so I mustered up the courage to do so and just decided that I was gonna drug myself up a lot. So generally I would prefer not to cruise because I get seasick very easily, and people who tell you that you don't feel the motion on these big boats, they're lying. You feel the motion, and whether you get seasick or not from the motion, you can still feel the motion. I guarantee, even if you have a really good cruise where it's like very smooth, I guarantee you there's gonna be at least one day where you will feel the motion of the boat very strongly and very vividly. And honestly, there's just so many variables, like the weather. Like you could choose like the best boat in the smoothest waters that are typically like good weather, but then you take the cruise and there just might happen to be a storm or really windy, whatever it may be. So for example, this cruise that I just went on is the biggest boat I've ever been on by far, yet this boat I found was way rockier than any other cruise I've been on in the past. Like I could feel the motion every single day. Everyone in our group could feel the motion. Even people who don't typically get seasick were kind of like feeling not so great because your body is just like not used to not having control. Your equilibrium is really off when you're swaying back and forth for 7 days straight. If I didn't take motion sickness pills every single day on this trip, I probably would have been just as miserable as the last one I went on where I was sick for 7 days. That last one I went on, I didn't take motion sickness medicine because from my previous like 3 times, I was like, oh, you know what, like I should be fine. I usually only get sick 1 or 2 days and I'm able to just like rough that day out, take some meds that day, and I'm okay. So I was like, I don't need to like take it preemptively, which a lot of people do if they're prone to motion sickness. They'll take it like the day or 2 before just to get it in your system and get your body prepared for it. This time I started taking the medicine a whole day before, and then throughout the cruise it worked in the sense that I didn't get seasick where I was vomiting. I didn't get seasick where I was getting like the headaches and migraines. However, you still have a general feeling of unwellness because your balance is just constantly off, and like when you're trying to eat dinner and your like stomach is just like moving back and forth, it just doesn't make for a comfortable experience. This is not at all to say that it's all a bad experience. Like I actually do enjoy the activities and the amenities on the boat. I love that every single day you wake up to this beautiful serene view. That's always relaxing and I love seeing that. And honestly, you'll never be bored on the boat. There's just so many activities always happening, shows that you can watch, like there's always food to eat. Like if you want to go on a vacation where you don't need to plan anything, then this is the vacation for you. I think it's also great for big groups because it's obviously very hard to plan a vacation for large groups. So this is nice if you have like a large family reunion or something and you want to go and just have everyone be able to, you know, play by ear. It's a nice situation for that. And we had 30 people roll deep, so this is like the biggest group I've been on a cruise with. I do think a cruise is really great for big groups, going with friends, family vacations, because there's just something for everyone, which is really nice. But I think if it was a smaller group or just me and my significant other, I'd probably choose a resort over that because it's similar in the aspect that everything's all-inclusive for the most part, and there are activities that you can, you know, do and excursions and whatnot. But I think that the resort's just typically more romantic and a little bit more relaxing, whereas the cruise is just a lot more activities and fun and games and stuff. So if anyone's scared of getting seasick, I would say just be prepared because you honestly never know. There's just so many variables. For example, I've taken the Eastern Caribbean cruise twice now, one with Carnival and then one with Royal Caribbean, and both were so different in terms of the motion that I felt. On the Carnival one, I only felt seasick for 1 day and it was very minor, just had some headaches, took some motion sickness medicine and I was fine. And then the rest of the days I could not feel like we were even moving at all. And that one I was sailing like at end of August, which is close to hurricane season. Whereas this Royal Caribbean one, we went on the Allure of the Seas and we were sailing in the Eastern Caribbean and I felt the motion every single day, all the time. Even when we were docked, you could still feel the boat moving back and forth. So I don't know if maybe the boat is a bit older and needs to like update its stabilizing, or if the weather was just not right. It was, I have to say, pretty windy everywhere that we went. I would go outside and it would be very, very windy to the point where like so windy that it made you cold even though you're in a hot climate. So it could be the weather, it could be the boat. There's just so many variables that you don't have control over and you don't know. So I think it's best if you're scared of that to make sure that you're prepared. Take the motion sickness pill because it is hard to help yourself once you already feel motion sick, taking the pill is way less effective because your body's already feeling gross. You have to take it preemptively for it to work the best. For me, it's just something about the movement in the water really throws me off because I don't typically get sick through the plane or train. Sometimes I get car sick if I'm like trying to focus on other things, but like even on a plane during turbulence, I don't typically get really sick unless the turbulence is really bad and it goes on for a while. Then I get sick, but I can easily just sniff some peppermint and I feel better. But something about the boat movement, I think it's like the bouncing and the rocking that happens all in tandem really fucks with my body. So all in all, I think just like the people really made the trip for me and made it worth it. However, if it was a trip just with me and Ty or just our friends, I probably wouldn't choose it just because it's actually quite expensive, and I think the price that it is, I would rather spend on something else. All in all, between Ty and I, for the cruise, we got a balcony room because I need the balcony or I'll get seasick, and it was so worth it because funny enough, the balcony was the only place on this entire boat that I felt pretty much little to no swaying movement. Like I'd go on the balcony and like it would just feel like I'm smooth sailing. It was so weird. Our flight, our Airbnb to stay the night prior, because typically you go the night prior, so you make sure that you know you're there and you can get on your boat the next day. Internet package, it was almost like $5,000 for the both of us, which is, in my opinion, really expensive for a vacation. For $5,000 we could probably get a flight and hotel to like Japan for a week and be able to like soak in the culture and do so many more things than just be on a boat with like very North American food, very North American culture, I guess. The food on the Royal Caribbean was okay. Personally, I preferred the food when I was on Carnival cruises, but then again, the last time I was on a Carnival cruise was like quite a few years back, so I don't know if things have changed. So I think that with that amount of money, we could have experienced a much different type of culture that I would love to explore more. But then again, like I said, it was really the people and the fact that we got to spend time with him and all of his family that made it worth it at the end of the day. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them over to me. I'm always happy to answer. I always give really detailed answers, I would say. And you know, you guys know me, I like to give my opinion on things, so don't be afraid to reach out. Yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. Okay, we're here at the NYX event to celebrate their new Sabrina the Witch launch.
What are those?
Marshmallow baby?
Oh, nice.
Do I put chocolate chips in chocolate?
Yeah, double.
So now I'm at the Philosophy event. They've launched a new Nature in a Jar line, and it's vegan, clean, etc. It's we're at Rosalina, which is a vegan restaurant, so I like it. I like when we come here because I never have to worry about dairy-free items, so I can eat everything. I just had a taco, and now I'm eating a mushroom toast. I think I got sent a cake. Wow, look how beautiful this cake is. It's to celebrate. Coming up soon is the 20th anniversary of Vivier. I'm actually using a bunch of their products currently in my skincare routine. So, yeah.